pepper. Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
This is a re-upload, a remix, a redo, a do-over, if you will, of season 2, episode 6. Why? Because they tried to copyright my YouTube channel, y'all. You know, I upload the pod to different places, and I got copyright threatened over a 6-second clip of Brandy singing Optimistic by Sounds of Blackness. Now, I'm no conspiracy theorist. Well, actually no, I definitely am. But listen, last I checked, 6 seconds of a copyrighted song was actually fine. But, you know, the feds are gonna fed, and I'm not playing any games with them, so stop playing with me. No, it's not the feds. It's, yeah, no need to get into it, but I just went ahead and took everything down. And, well, the thing is that I don't, have the pieces of the podcast separate anymore. So we're just going to redo the whole thing. So if you're a real one and you listen to the first episode 6, which I uploaded super early this morning, then congrats to you. And then if not, don't worry, I'll be going over much of the same thing and maybe even a little bit more. So sit back and relax, grab a snack and some tea, and let's chat. Alright, so today is February 3rd, 2025. So on February 4th, we have 2 planets shifting. One is moving into a new sign, and the other one is taking on a new direction, or should we say it is resuming forward movement. So that would be Venus and Jupiter. Now, Venus has been in Pisces. It's been swimming along in this water sign, making things dreamy and kind of mystical. This past weekend might have been exceptionally dreamy and mystical, or maybe just confusing. It's just Neptune stuff. Feelings are always unpredictable, and you don't get to choose how much of them you feel or what you're even feeling at all. And some people love to be swept away and lost in their feelings, and then others of us, not so much. In any event, Venus, which is the planet of love and values and sweetness, as I often say, is moving into Aries. And Aries is the sign of war. It's ruled by Mars. And so Venus in Aries is kind of it's a little conundrum, okay? Because it's the sign of divine femininity, so to speak, being ruled by the divine masculine, Mars. And so, you might find like you're waking up from a dream in terms of, what do I mean by that? Waking up from a dream in whatever area of your life that this Venus may impact. You may wake up feeling energized, charged, or suddenly you've got some moxie, some desire, some drive to really get closer to something or someone that you love. And that could come as a very refreshing feeling, exciting feeling. Now, Mars itself, the planet Mars, is still retrograde, and it is in Cancer, so it's very debilitated right now. And it could be that the feelings that you're having are overwhelming you, may overwhelm you and keep you from action. Sort of like that. So it's really going to be a balance of handling those big emotions, handling the unknown, having faith that you're making the correct decisions, having faith in what you value, what you desire, and you may need to work on finding a balance between walking by faith and walking by fear. So faith over fear. Remember that fear and love have difficulty existing in the same space. Some would say that they literally cannot exist in the same space. And so it's really a time to use your love, your desire to tackle or overthrow the fear in your life that may or may not be paralyzing you. Some people may feel anxious, they're overwhelmed by their own desires and not know how to get their needs met or not know how to get what it is that they want. And this is a good time to take that jittery energy, that anxiousness, and do your best to use it constructively. It's Venus, so maybe you listen to music, or maybe you're a creator. You maybe want to create or do writing or do poetry or whatever your outlet is, whether it's being a maker and a doer or consuming the art. Look to the art in your life, whatever that is for you, and allow those feelings, that magnetism, that thing that draws you to what you find beautiful, and allow that magnetism to guide you to light the path, and to your feet to light the path for what direction to take, and really hold that love, that sweetness, that je ne sais quoi, that magnetism. See if you can get it to overcome any feelings of fear, any feelings of doubt that you might have. And this is an example of divine femininity, and we all have, just like we all encompass all the signs, the masculine and feminine principles is not so much gender, it's about being passive and active. And Venus being in such an active sign, so Venus being passive, being in an active sign, which is Aries, is asking you to push forward using charm, wit, magnetism, love over brute force and violence. So, in retrograde news, I know we always talk about Mercury retrograde, but all the other planets retrograde as well. But the outer planets, as we call them, and the transpersonal planets, which are the planets that move more slowly, they are, some of them retrograde almost half the year. So usually the effects of those retrogrades are felt right as the planets are either changing signs or as they're turning direct or turning retrograde. So Uranus, which is the planet of ingenuity and sudden shock and change, but disruptive, very disruptive, kind of volatile, earth-shaking, earth-shattering kind of energy, stationed direct last week in Taurus. And there have been quite a few tragedies, very difficult situations involving aviation crashes and really unspeakable tragedies. And sometimes that disruptive energy contributes to it. So it's nothing that you're going to anticipate. The whole nature of Uranus is to be shocking, is to be out of the blue and sometimes that energy can work out for the good, and sometimes it can be extremely difficult to deal with. In a little bit better news, Gemini, which has been Jupiter, which is in Gemini, is stationing direct on February 4th. So Jupiter moved into Gemini on May 25th in 2024, and it was cruising all the way through up until October 9th, 2024. So then it began its station retrograde, and it's been retrograding ever since. So air signs like Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, mutable signs like Virgo, actually the every sign is affected by the planets in their own ways. And so I would say for any sign that you are, sun, moon, or rising, just think about what was going on in your life in May last year towards the end of spring, beginning of summer, and think about how that energy may have shifted or changed or halted or changed direction by October around the 9th. And if you were kind of getting something started, but then once the fall began, you had to put it on hold, the time has come now for that initiative, whatever it was, to come to fruition. So it's a good time to return to, maybe you were doing something really exciting in the summer and had to put it down once the fall began, once school got back into session. Maybe you had to put something on hold until after the holidays. And now it's definitely a time that you can pick that back up and run with it. It's a really excellent time to return to something that maybe you were trying to get off the ground last year in 2024 and it didn't quite work out. Now you can get that running start here in 2025 using this Jupiter and Gemini energy. All right, that will be all for today. Hope you guys had a good listening experience. Please let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to hit me up in the comments. And if you're looking for a personal reading, the information is in the description. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.